Good morning. Did you know that you can get pinto beans from overripe green beans? If you don't catch your green beans in the garden, your bush beans in the garden, um, in time to eat them as green beans, you can just let them go and pick them as pinto beans. So I went by a friend's yard this morning. As you can see, I got bit up pretty good on my hands. I went and pulled some green beans out their yard, out their garden, and I'm going to pick them and see how many pinto beans I get. And I may end up going again. I don't know. But here's the bag, and I'll put the scraps in my compost. But I went on and got me a cup of coffee, and it's still early. It's not even 8 o'clock yet on a Saturday morning, and I'm usually knocked out at this time. But I decided I'm going to just go on and go ahead and pick them now so I can make me a little pot of pinto beans, hopefully a medium-sized pot of pinto beans this evening or this afternoon. Who knows? Anyway, I'll be back. All right. So what I'm doing, first step, I'm just snapping the beans off the stem. See how they don't have any color on them? They're no longer good for green beans. I'm going to put this in my compost. I'm going to just have a pile of beans going. And then I'm going to go through this bag and do that. And then I'll show you the next step of actually, I guess it's shucking. I don't know. The beans out of the pods. So I'll be back. Alright, y'all. I'm back. And I have a few things I want to show you. Ooh, get off of me. Gardener or not, I do not like bugs. But I want to show y'all. I'm just about finished. I want to show y'all how many I have so far. I'm going to let them dry out. And then I have these. And I'm letting dry out. And I can tell they're starting to wilt. Because some of them, it's softer than the brown ones. And the darker ones, like these, they come in a thinner, more kind of crunchy, burnt pod. I also got I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. Little seedling start. I've got a whole napkin just about full. And so while I'm out here, once I go through the beans, get them in the house, get them ready to be washed, I'm going to, this is a lighter green one, but I just kind of feel, if they're flimsy, I just open them up like that. I'll let the beans fall out of them. These, you get a gray, a lighter color bean, and that's not the same thing. That's where it was connected to the inner stem. It's kind of cool how they stay connected. It made me think of being connected to the vine in the Bible. But they, yeah, you can see it here. So each one of these little sections is actually connected to this outside stem. And then it's got a little bitty extra on there. And so I just scrape that off. Because I was like, am I going to leave this on here or not? And don't pay attention to my nails, y'all. But I decided to scrape it off because I was like, well, the beans in the bag don't come with them. But that's a part of the section that was connected to this internal vine on the seam, which is really cool. I am the vine and we are the branches. So, anyway, I gotta show y'all I'm scraping that little part off. Some of them are easier than others to do. I didn't do that initially, so I'm gonna have to go back and do it on the ones that are dried out. And the more worn and weathered they are, the drier they are, the thinner the pod is. Of course, you won't work as I'm talking about you. It's usually easier to pull them out of. I'll look them over. Because if it has, y'all, I got some good seed starters from these. And I actually don't need any more. This is a good amount. I can make beans a few times. And then, let me bring it closer. I have this napkin full of started beans. So I'm going to plant those because I was going to do some beans for my fall garden as well. But look at that beautiful root. There's some of the bigger ones. This big boy. And you just plant them upward with the root going up. I have a napkin full just about of those. And yeah, I'm excited. So I'm going to let all of them dry out for a little while. And the ones that are in the sun, let me open one similar to that because I tried to leave a few examples. So this pod is thicker than those. So most of the time I've been getting lighter color beans out of these green pods. So let me take these off of this worn pod. And we can compare it to the beans that are coming out of the greener pod. They are firm. They're firm, nice and firm. They just don't have as much sun on them as these did, because this pod is thicker, so the sun is not penetrating as much. But that's the difference in color between the two, which I think is pretty cool. And it's just, pack a little patience. I got a big gulp of water. And yeah, so that is, excuse me, my green bean. I don't remember if I told y'all my joke about the green bean. I said, instead of pinto beans, why don't they call them green beans? Because that's what they are. They came out of bush green beans. They just dried up now. And that's your pinto beans. And I showed my neighbors, I showed my nephew, and everybody thought it was so cool. So, if you didn't know where green beans come from, aka pinto beans, now you do. And yeah, I'm actually gonna have a great pot a few times, a great pot of beans. The way I cook mine is I will put some turkey neck or bacon bits in the bottom of a pan with a little olive oil, because I like for, no, I'm gonna cut this part. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please share, subscribe, and feel free to talk to me in the comments. I don't know everything. I don't know half of the things, but I love to try new tricks and try new things, and I am going to do a fall garden. So I'm open to suggestions, helpful tips, what have you. And yeah, subscribe, share, and like. Please and thank you. Have a blessed day.